Hi Rockers, welcome to episode 17 of Mama-Ology Psychology. Today we're at Village Creative, which is in, where are we? Lavington. Yeah. And it's the creative hub of Nairobi as far as I'm concerned. So you have videographers, you have musicians who come here, and we're specifically in Supersonic Studios. And we're here with the beautiful Vallerie Muthoni.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hey Rockers, welcome to Mama-Ology Psychology, where you get to peer into the minds of the owners of Mama-Ology Burgers. We're bringing you into our world, where we talk all things business, lifestyle, and our psychology.
So Valerie, because I'm not
Yes.
really up to speed with, what's hot.
Right.
Can you tell us who, apart from you, legendary musicians, can you tell us who's actually performed in this space?
Oh man. Okay. So for one, I recorded my hit single "Spicy Season." It's my most common known song. Here, we've had Burna Boy here. We've had Nasty C here, I believe. Like every big artist that comes to Kenya, this is the studio they pass by.
Yeah.
And even just us as Kenyan musicians, Zinia, Bensoul, Bien, Sauti Sol, Karun, Sichangi, so many artists have passed by here to make music or just vibe, and it's always a good space.
So it's got great energy. Hopefully we can suck it up.
Yeah. So just to let everyone know, episode 17 is all about creativity. So we brought Valerie, the beautiful Valerie, here today to share her thoughts on that. And we really want to delve into it today. Yeah.
But even before we started filming, you asked the question, like, how did we even meet?
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't even remember how it all happened.
We know where it happened.
Yeah.
We just don't know when exactly it happened. But
Well,
it's okay.
it was in another creative space.
Exactly. But it doesn't matter. We're here now.
We're here now.
That's all that
Very
matters.
true. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it was at the Alchemist. We kind of met in passing, and I always picked up about Valerie that she's this really just bubbly, bright,
Beautiful soul.
person.
Yeah.
Your soul just kind of oozes out of you. The positivity radiates. I love that about you.
Thank you so much.
Always in a good mood, always positive and happy.
Thank you.
Good vibes, definitely.
Appreciate it. As I told them, I give what I get. So, and they're just naturally amazing beings, talented, bosses. Hello. So yeah, I love to see it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So I am so into creativity, and it's such a wide spectrum of what that actually means. And I have this thing for musicians. I'm always intrigued. I'm like, what inspires them? What made them think of those lyrics or, that particular song? And just like you're a fan of Mama Rocks, I think we're a fan of everything that you stand for. And you've accomplished so much in such a short period of time.
And so young.
Exactly.
As well. How old are you?
I'm jealous. Don't share.
I'm 20, but I turned 21 in March.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think, oh my God.
I want to steal your years. I'm so jealous. 20.
And to be so confident at your age is just, it's really amazing. Sorry, I'll stop fanning your flame now.
Fan it, honey, fan it.
So for people who aren't familiar with your music or your sound, can you kind of describe what that is?
Yeah.
Well, I am Vallerie Muthoni, aka Brown Sugar if you nasty.
Loving it.
I'm a singer, rapper, creative director, journalism student, dancer, jack of all trades, really, host, entertainer, MC. Music wise, because I'm a singer, rapper, sometimes poet, I'm very genre fluid. I'm not really bound to one genre. I've played around with Afro, fusion, hip hop, R&B, soul, pop, kinda. So for me, if it sounds good, I'm gonna do
You're
it.
on it.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
But I'd say most people know me from hip hop, being a rapper and all that. But there's so much to me that I haven't even shown the world yet. But
So
I'm
much
excited
more
to.
in you.
Yeah.
And how long have you been doing this?
Music professionally?
Yeah.
I'd say professionally since 2016, because I did a music production diploma after high school before I joined university. So since 2016, but since I could walk, I knew, my mom knew, my family knew that I'd be an entertainer somehow.
How did they know?
Child,
What were you giving
I
off?
was-
And this is what I want to get to. How did you know this
Yeah.
is what I want to do?
Yeah.
And I'm good at it, because some people think they can sing. Like,
Yeah.
me think they can sing, but then
Oh,
you
can
can't.
sing.
No. But I'm saying no. I'm saying no. Like, how did you know? Because I've seen X Factor and like yeah. So how did you know this is the real thing?
Someone
And-
should have.
yeah.
There's some people that appear on there like someone should have told them.
Yeah, exactly.
The truth.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, I guess the other is that for me it was like the opposite of like every time I'd go on a stage and I just kind of just command the stage and people would tell me, "Yo, this is what you're meant to do." And before even people validating me and telling me this is what I was meant to do, as I said when I was younger, I'd always be performing for my family, putting on a show, singing for them, just having that energy. So I always knew it's what I wanted to do, and it's like God affirmed me and showed me, yep, this is you, darling. This is what you set for life.
Yeah.
So I just always knew. But as I said, like I got to open, like there's so many opportunities that I got to do, and I think it's because I'm talented.
Yeah.
And people saw that in me. They were excited
So
myself.
they encourged you
Yeah.
because there's a
And
lot of people
paid
that
me to do
struggle.
it.
Yeah.
I got shows, darling, and magazine interviews.
No, but I was interested about your family, and obviously they could see that you were talented, but not a lot of families out there are confident in supporting their children to go into this field.
Especially African families.
Yes, yeah.
Let's be
So
honest.
what was your experience there?
I'm so grateful to my mom. She's always been supportive. For her, she's just like, you must get your degree, you must get your education, but I'm also still gonna support you in any way I can. So that's why, as I said before, I went to uni. I did a 2-year music production diploma, and she's unpaid for that. So she has always supported me and helped me to, and even like before I was business like savvy, she'd help me read contracts,
Oh, thank
talk
God for your
to-
mom.
Yeah, thank God for moms, bro, because she really held my hand. Like, because as I said, I got into this industry when I was like 16, so I was still very young, but I was still dealing with people that are way older than me and are willing to take advantage and all that. So she really taught me how to stand up for myself and never take less than what I deserve. And so, yeah,
That's where all this confidence comes from.
Hello, shout out Miss Muthoni.
You just saying that, two things come to mind, right? So you're so young when you started, and the industry has its reputation, right? I'm not sure what the Kenyan industry is like, but I'm wearing an Aaliyah t-shirt here, and when I think of how young you were and like what happened to Aaliyah, unfortunately, or allegedly, and I'm glad that your mum was there to kind of support and educate you, and especially on the business side as well. I think of TLC and how they were taken advantage of. Tony Braxton.
Yeah, they ended up broke, very, very broke.
Yeah.
And they were TLC were the most popular girl group and highest selling girl group in the world.
Yeah.
And they ended up broke
Yeah.
and very
it's
sad.
crazy because like in a few, let's say in like 2019, I was very close to getting into a management partnership that ended up just not working out. Thank God I was removed from that situation, but there was a lot of drama around that situation. Child, basically, in this industry, there's still a lot of that. There's a lot of power dynamics, a lot of men especially that want to take advantage of younger artists, younger women, groom them into whatever or underpay them. Like, it's still very messy, but that's why I really love that a lot of artists, especially even like my friends, we're having like women teams made of women, which is amazing because we kind of understand each other and protect each other and fight for each other. So that's amazing.
And that's what I advocate for. And I kind of want you to kind of elaborate on what advice would you give young people, especially females who are trying to get into music? How did you navigate your way through those situations so that they don't end up making the same mistakes?
Absolutely. Well, for one, whenever anyone just asks me like, what advice would you give an artist? It's like, you have to do your own research and study. Knowledge is power. So basically all these contract stuff, like I'd go read, okay, what do I need to be charging this person, or how much can they take, or what should I do in this case? So basically just learn your business, because music is a business. As much as it's art and it's expression, it's also a business if you're an artist. So you have to study your business just like any other, know the ins and outs of it before you come and hire someone to do that.
I think that's where a lot of people go wrong.
Yeah.
They focus on the creative side, and they think someone else will look after the other bits and pieces, but you have to be in the know yourself.
Because if you don't know,
it's
someone's
directly
gonna play
affecting
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the first and
know
foremost.
your stuff.
Yeah.
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Know your shit.
Exactly.
Girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
So I want to know about do you remember the first song that you wrote?
Oh,
And what inspired you? Don't remember?
No.
You don't want to share?
I've been an artist since I could speak.
Yeah.
So I've been writing songs
So
since
many
I was
years.
like 4.
Oh, wow.
Oh damn.
So it's
Yeah.
in you, like it really is.
Yeah.
Part of you.
But I do remember, well, the first song I can remember I wrote in high school, proper song, really. And my friend, you know how there are always those people that drum on desks in school? So she on the beat, and I don't remember anything, what it sounds like, but it was a certified bomb. Yeah.
What were you, when you were growing up, what were you most inspired by? Or did you like kind of every kind of music?
On the radio, I'd hear a lot of R&B, a lot of R&B, definitely a lot of Usher, Missy Elliott. Like, God, I love Usher.
Love, not so much now, but yeah.
Oh,
love
yikes.
Usher, yeah.
Well, Usher, Rihanna also was dominating radio at that time. Neo was dominating radio.
Oh, God,
So as much as like I'm mostly right now hip hop, I was really I always wanted to sing. I didn't even know I'd be a rapper. I always just loved R&B, and so that definitely inspired me growing up. But now I listen to a lot of stuff. So
I always wanted to ask, how do you get that balance? Because like when you listen to other musicians and you hear their sound, and then you have your own voice.
Yeah.
How do you like not blur it so you lose your sound? Because that's what people want. They want to hear Vallerie Muthoni. They don't want to hear maybe Rihanna because Rihanna's Rihanna. How do you kind of balance that?
And a lot of artists blend into each other nowadays.
Yeah.
You can't tell them apart.
Yeah, honestly, that's something I'm still trying to learn. I don't have it figured out yet. Because I'm a music lover. I listen to music doing everything, showering, cooking, eating. Like I'm always with music. So I'm still also trying to find that space or like difference. But from my experience so far, what happens is, like with some artists, it's like when you're recording your music, you kind of put yourself in like a bubble, or like far away from the music, away from the world, away from all the drama that's happening. A lot of people, that's why some people take residencies and they go to like Mombasa with like a team of songwriters and just write. And so you put that period of writing specifically for that. But
and you're in tune with yourself.
Yeah. So but that's when you can afford to do that. Sometimes you can't afford to just go away. So otherwise I'm still trying to find that balance to this day. So yeah.
I was thinking about, we're obviously in Kenya, in Africa, in the continent of Africa. How much has being an African influenced what you do?
Wow.
Or has it not? I mean, we are very global. Especially Nairobi is open to the world. So I'm just wondering if it has had any impact at all.
Definitely. Like I always say when I was younger, I didn't. So I was born in America.
Oh, you are? I do know.
Yeah.
I picked up on an accent, but some people, they've spent all their lives. They grew up,
exactly,
in
no
Nairobi,
idea.
but they've got different accents. But
So I was born in America, but both my parents are Kenyan, and I was born there, stayed there until I was about 5. Then we permanently moved back to Kenya.
Okay.
And so when I was younger, I was always like, I want to go back to America. I want to watch Justin Bieber perform. Like I want to do all these things. But now I really thank my mom for moving me here, because as an artist, the talent pool, like the industry is so close knit. I don't think I would have risen to fame or been as known as I am, as popular as I am, if I was in America. I'd probably still be like a SoundCloud artist that has like no one really knows. But like in Kenya, we're so intimate with the people. I've gotten to collaborate with so many artists and be in these rooms with writers, talented people. There's just so many opportunities and access that I have as a Kenyan artist that I wouldn't have in the States. So that's one. And I'm glad to be part of the Kenyan music industry because it's growing so rapidly, so fast, and so organically that I feel like I'm part of like I'm part of a chapter in history.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
one of the pioneers
Yes.
of
I'm not a pioneer,
You're a pioneer.
but I'm definitely part of the group of artists that are taking Kenya to the world, and like I wouldn't have it any other way.
So go on.
Sorry, it's been such a topical conversation in the
Yeah.
last few weeks, and I don't know how to feel about it because like everyone's saying what's happened to Kenyan music. You know, if you compare like how the Nigerian music industry is like taking the world by storm,
Yeah.
I feel like Kenya's kind of in the shadows a little bit. So I want to know your opinion on what do you think the direction is for Kenyan music, and how can we be more visible on the world stage? Because we do have talented musicians, but I just don't feel like they get the same visibility.
Absolutely. But you know what? Also, I think it's like a wave. It's slowly happening. So it starts with South Africa and Nigeria. They're having their time right now. Thames, whoever, Amapiano, they're having their time. And it's like slowly but surely, as much as it's not happening as fast as we'd want it to, but East Africa is really it's coming up. Like we have we have Kenyan artists at Afrima Awards. You know, Nikita won 2 awards. That's like so amazing to hear. So it's like it's not as fast as we'd like to, but it's happening. How? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel like collaboration, especially with intercontinental African artists, is essential to grow, of course. And honestly, it's just a matter of time. I can't even say anything else. But I feel like I have a feeling 2022
It's gonna be that year.
is gonna be mad. So
I want to share my
crazy.
opinion on this a little bit.
Share it, darling.
I kind of feel like Kenyan music hasn't got a strong identity as a genre. If you're gonna put a label on it. In the same way that Nigerian music has. If you hear a Nigerian song, straight away, it's unmistakable where it's from.
Yeah.
I feel like in Kenya, the music's a bit fractured because I feel like the influences are often from outside of Kenya. And I feel like there isn't a collective sound. There isn't a consensus on, okay, so this is what Kenyan music sounds like. Do you feel like that's something we need to kind of package Kenyan music in a way that is recognizable distinctively from music from other parts of the world for it to be successful?
I think that is like the biggest blessing and curse about the Kenyan music industry. A curse because, as you said, you can't play a song and then someone immediately knows it's Kenyan.
Yeah.
You know, and unlike Nigerian or but like also a blessing because we have so many different types of subgenres that we can fit into any sort of I don't want to say fit even, but like we can thrive in so many different parts of the world. We can serve an Alte fan base. You can serve an R&B fan base. You can serve a rock. We have Kenyan rock. Like we're so versatile, and that's so beautiful.
I heard some Kenyan drill the other day. I love it.
Kenyan drill, like bro, and we can, it's amazing because like drill. I saw. I think I know what you're talking about. Like I saw a famous drill page, repost Kenyan and like this is the top Kenyan drill, and people are like, oh, this is cool, you know, whatever. And so it's like, yeah, we're not bound to one genre, and I'm sure even when you go to South Africa, if they don't. Amapiano is not their only sound. It's their most famous sound, but it's not their only
signature sound.
Because as soon as you hear it, you're like, oh, that's definitely from SA.
Yeah, but also if you hear gengetone, I mean, I don't know how many people know gengetone, but we also have at least a genre that's distinctively Kenyan, I'd say.
Definitely.
But I'm glad that we don't have just one sound because otherwise it would be so boring. You know,
well, I'm kind of over Nigerian music. After like more than 3 years of hearing it.
Yeah,
it gets a bit same.
You kind of want something different.
But see, also from what I hear, from what I've heard in Nigeria, there's also a lot of like different Alte, like there are people that are not just doing Afro fusion or Afro pop. There's like so seen some R&B, Nigerian, like they're there.
Like Tiwa Savage, for example, I love how she's kind of merged a lot of different sounds, even old school Niger sounds. She's put in her music, and it's beautiful.
Have you listened to the latest EP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary for Water for Gary.
Yeah, what fun
Yes.
is also. Yeah, sorry.
But that's what I want to hear more of, though. I want to hear more influences from Kenyan music, old school Kenyan music maybe. And I heard some Lua music the other day. It was beautiful. And I want to hear more of that in modern times.
Yeah,
you know how you can take some influence from
sampling our
yeah,
old music.
yeah, to bring it alive and to make people to give it recognition in today's
Making it
society,
relevant,
relevant
yeah.
today.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
that's the take home for an hour challenge to whoever's watching,
Yeah.
listening. If you're like, say, a producer and say you just do hip hop, maybe be a challenge and be like, I'm gonna take an old song.
That would be dope,
Mix
actually.
it.
Fuse the two
Yeah,
together.
like so that can be done in any like sort of subgenre.
Yeah.
Beats. Like I've seen maybe like Chris Kaiga. I don't know if his sound samples all music, but it's definitely sort of like an ode to our like kind of Kenyan music.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a challenge to you.
And to celebrate the tribes. I know like
Yeah,
there's a lot
sure.
of been a lot of conflict between the tribes in the past, and so there's almost this urge to want to dampen down the individuality of each tribe. But I believe in celebrating the uniqueness of the different tribes and bringing it out through music. And it would be great if somebody could bring that stuff
Yeah.
out through modern music. It'd be great.
So dope. Like about that, there are. Let me tell you, the thing is about these things. The artists are there. Like I know a few. I know a few folk R&B indie Kenyan artists that sing in Kikuyu or sing in Luo, and shout out to people like Jerai,
Yeah.
Joki Karu. Their music is definitely more niche, but it's there. You just have to look for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The fact that it's not famous or on radio is like we think it's not there, but like if you actively go look,
I want to talk
No,
about
but
this.
that's what I'm saying. Like no
Yeah.
one, in my opinion, is providing that platform. What music needs is money, right?
Mhm.
And you need to give the
That's what I'm
space to
telling
the
you.
artists, right? But I feel like money's in the wrong hands. They're not in the
Yeah.
people who understand the creative space.
Mm.
So these artists who you're describing, they need someone who understands music, who's willing
Yeah.
to say, okay, here's $1 billion shillings.
Yeah.
Here's your wardrobe. You
And you know
know,
what's so sad about that? Not the only, but the people that are most likely to give that music is outer country
Yeah.
NGOs or outer
Yes.
like the German institute has the Goethe Institute.
yeah.
They do more for the Kenyan creative industry than the government.
It's unfortunate.
You can quote me on that. Sad, like
That is so sad.
yeah. I don't
But
know.
I also want to challenge the gatekeepers out there, the people who own radio stations. Why are we, constantly playing the same
artists.
and
Yeah.
putting the same people out there? There's so many talented artists that are out there who are unknown, and they're not really getting a break. I want to know why people keep going back to the same faces, the same people, and they're not necessarily the best artists out there, or the best representation of what Kenya has to offer.
That's true. Well, but you know what? We can shout out people that actually do. There's a radio station called Radio 254,
Yeah.
an independent. You've heard of?
We met the guy who owns the space.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
about a week ago.
Nice, yeah. So they do purely Kenyan radio from
Yeah, it's
hip hop to
beautiful.
indie to R&B. So as we ask the radio people, why is it that you are being a bit slow? We must also big up the people that are actually putting in
Exactly,
the work.
yeah.
So
Big
shout
up
out to them.
254
Radio, yeah,
You're awesome.
yeah.
Something that I really want to ask you, right? I think
Yeah.
that I can imagine there are a lot of artists out there who are fearful because I assume like putting your music out there is almost like putting your heart on a plate
Oh,
and
yeah.
being like, yeah, it's scary. So how did you get over that fear, or did you even have that fear in the beginning?
Mm.
Very confident woman.
Well, not all the time, honey.
Yeah.
Okay, so for now, okay, it depends. So like sometimes like hit songs, like where I'm just rapping about shaking my ass or being the baddest bitch, there's not much vulnerability in that. It's just more so brown sugar talking her shit and being cocky, and like that's my outlet to be a baddie and say the
Yeah.
things that Valerie wouldn't say.
And that's part of the genre, isn't it?
Yeah. Hip-hop, yeah, it's very
loud and proud
braggadocious.
and
But like
out there.
but like So this next EP that I'm working on, there's a lot of songs that I'm being very, very vulnerable and telling life stories and life experiences. So yeah, a part of me is very scared to put that music out because, as you said, it's like putting your heart on a plate. It's like So with the more vulnerable songs, it's definitely very scary. But like the beauty of putting it out is knowing that someone somewhere is experienced or has experienced or is going through the same thing you did, and it will be their lifeline. It will be that thing to be like, yeah, I'm not alone. So, music, art is meant to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable.
Is that your biggest drive?
One of them, because that's what music does for me. Like when I listen to Frank Ocean and I'm sad as shit.
Yeah.
It's like one of my favorites.
I love Frank Ocean.
He's
Come back! Where are
Do
you?
you know how much I've dissected his music, broken it down?
It's poetry.
No, we need to actually we need to have a side
we'll
talk
have a-
about
yeah,
Let's just talk about Frank Ocean for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Ocean Conference.
Hey,
Pen and
I'm
paper
down.
out.
Episode 18. Frank Ocean. No, but like, yeah, because like
That's what music does for me, and
Yeah.
it's there for me, and like it makes me feel good. And of course, that's what I want to do for others. As much as it is about me just expressing myself and being me, it's also about just like
So it's like being of service. Like you have to get over yourself and your own ego, your own fears for the greater good.
Absolutely. It's not always going to turn out the best. Artists are literally the most, I don't know, it's weird.
No, but it's not always about being the best. Like, for example, I don't know if this is like before your time, but Khalees,
course
she's
I love
not
Khalees.
the best vocalist, right? But there's something about her energy and her tone that works. And I think every artist kind of has their own space and their own style that brings something. Like, you don't have to necessarily be a Beyonce.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? So
No one can be Beyonce.
yeah, I felt so sorry for the other Destiny's Child members. I was like, I'm sorry.
Constantly comparing yourself every day.
There's no competition.
Yeah, that's tough. But
It's a tough world.
yeah, that was so funny. I just started thinking about how they'd be as a group. But anyway, I forgot the question.
So did I. About every artist has their own space. They don't necessarily have to be the best singer in the room.
Yes.
But it's about having, I feel like one thing about Khalees is she has a very distinctive personality, look, feel like it's authentic.
one
Like,
of
I
one.
know, thank you. Just like Rihanna, yeah?
Yeah.
So-
Like sometimes I struggle. Like I struggle with insecurity and depression, and like as much as like, when you see me, you're like, oh my gosh, Valerie, the best one. She's like so funny. And it's like, when I'm with people and I'm social, and as I said, the people are nice, but like at home when I'm by myself and I'm in my head, I get in my head a lot. So like, as an artist, sometimes it's very easy to compare myself, like, and all the people around me, all my friends are artists who are so talented, and I'm genuinely fans of them. So it's definitely easy to get lost in the sauce and be like, I'm not the best singer, I'm not the best rapper, I'm not being booked right now, and all these things. But also, on the other hand, the other side has to pull the darkness out of me and remind myself, like, Valerie, you're Vallerie Muthoni, you're you. There's no one like you, There are people that love you for you and not because you're someone else. And literally look at all the things you've accomplished so far. When you're in your depression, you don't see those steps. You just see, just moving up slow, But sometimes it's hard to remind yourself that you are that bee and you're irreplaceable. But it's human to admit to people and let other people know that you suffer with that as well.
No, I'm so glad you said that because I feel like everybody goes through it, but no one wants to share it. And I think even being an artist, it's even tougher.
Yeah,
because
you have a
it's you.
brand.
No, it's not just any. It's you. It's not just any brand. Like it's who you are.
Yeah.
So even going through depression and questioning yourself and like comparing yourself to other people, you describe pulling yourself out. How do you do that? Is it just a lot of self-talk, or do you have any rituals, anything you do to be like?
Funny enough, I'm gonna quote my man Frank Ocean on one of the best masterpiece classic albums, Blonde, ever. That's the best.
So I prefer
Orange.
Channel Orange.
I knew you'd
Sorry.
say that. I knew you'd say
Channel
that.
Orange,
I
boy.
knew you'd say. But it's just for me, Blonde. I have a lot of memories attached to it.
Yeah.
But basically,
I skipped a lot of Blonde. Sorry.
Yeah, same.
Anyway, go
Go
on.
okay, to be nice.
Maybe I'll give it another listen after you explain
Listen
it.
to it when you're depressed.
All right.
That's
okay,
that's
okay.
the song.
Maybe.
No, but basically, like, there's a line that he says that fully encapsulates my mental health state. Is like, he says, every night fucks every day up, and every day patches the night up. So it's like, during the day I can have an amazing day, but then at night when I'm alone in my head, I get so depressed. But then the day comes and I'm good again. Like the sun comes up and it's a new day, and the day patches the night up. Then it's like a cycle. But so sometimes sometimes I just wait it out. I'm not able to pull myself out. I don't have the strength, not gonna lie. I don't have something that gets me going immediately. Sometimes I just pray. I'm like, God, I'm trying to be a sad bitch. Can I be a bad bitch? Like, this is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
But also you have to have the wisdom to understand that there's like seasons. So sometimes, as much as people don't want to hear this, you kind of have to have a time where you're just sad and depressed for there to be like an up, you know, for you know, so that when the winds come, the winds feel amazing. You know, so sometimes I'm just like, okay, maybe I'm just in my sad season, and I know it's gonna end. It's just a matter of when.
Correct.
So you know,
I know it sounds really creepy, but I was just listening to
she
you.
looked at me and
it sounds really creepy.
Way.
But sometimes when there's a sweetness in the sadness, sometimes, and sometimes it's when the best ideas come and the best inspiration comes. And what's interesting is I've spoken to other creatives, and they kind of all say the same thing. A lot of people who are like great artists or great musicians, or all the same thing, they have, and even comedians, they have this dark side to them. So I wouldn't, like you're saying, everything has a season. I don't see it as a negative thing. I see it as an essential thing to go through.
Creativity.
Yeah,
absolutely. And just like depression, even broke seasons. Hey, there are times when I'm broke, and I'm like, this is not fun. But you know what? I won't be broke forever. Tough times never last. Only tough people do.
Ah, nice, nice. I'm gonna write that down in my book.
Right, let's put it on a t-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's all right to go through them. Like, it's okay to be sad sometimes. It's okay to be broke sometimes. It won't last forever. Try to actively put yourself out of that season. But when it feels like too much resistance is causing more harm than good, then it's okay. Just let it ride out. It won't last forever.
Go through it. Like, don't fight it. Just be like,
don't
okay.
fight it. Yeah. But if you do feel like sometimes a sense of like productivity comes, take that sense of productivity and run with it, you know, because you don't know when the next time you'll be productive is with depression. But yeah.
Do you ever feel a sense of having to kind of, you know, when you're not feeling great, having to put on a show
all the time
when you're out in public, or
especially being a public figure? If like you're depressed, but like say you have I'd say an interview, but I'm not depressed. I'm in this moment of I'm genuinely okay. I'm generally not putting on a show. I'm not generally not putting on a show. But like, yeah, definitely. And even because I'm a student, I'm a university student, journalism. So like, even when you're depressed, you have to go to school. You have to interact with students. You have to be, you know, you're not gonna walk around with the sadness on your face because you don't want everyone asking you why you're sad. So I mean, and I feel like I'm not the only person that has to do that. A lot of people have to do that, but even outside the creative industry, you know, you're going through tough times. You have to just,
how do you balance all of this with studying?
How do you do everything like Superwoman?
Child, I don't know. That's one ask God. I even yesterday I had like presentations. I knocked out at 9:30.
How?
I don't know. I want to be done with the degree so bad. You guys don't understand. I don't know how I'm making it. But I'm like, if my mom, when we were in the States, she had a job and she had a degree. And there were no nannies in the States. So I'm like, if my mom can do it,
then it's possible.
tough. I can do it.
Yeah. Same here. I don't know. My mum did it. So she had 3 of us.
Yeah.
She was working. I remember her coming home, cooking, spending time with us, taking us to music. I'm like, how?
Your homework is done. I'm like, how?
With no help. Like, how?
Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
So we've got to
You just
toughen
need
up.
to tell yourself that you can do anything.
Yeah.
It's possible.
I think people limit themselves a bit.
Yeah, if I have her genes,
It's possible.
it's possible.
It's in you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what's the future for Vallerie Muthoni?
God knows, man. I think when you do so many things and you're capable, like you do so many things, there's no telling where you're gonna go. But one thing for sure is I wanna tour the world.
Yes.
Travel, tour, perform. I wanna.
Hopefully, your music will take you there.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, just claim it. It's gonna happen.
I pray. Like, I want my music to reach like into me. I want to be I'm a star, but I want to be a superstar.
Yes,
an international superstar.
Amen. I want to take my Rocks Brothers.
Oh yeah. It's gonna happen. Frank,
I have it in my rider. You must. Yeah, I'd love to have like a partnership with like a fashion brand, like it could be Nike, Adidas, you know what I'm saying? I'd love to be
Or
a creative.
Yeezys.
Oh, Yeezy.
Yeah.
Hey.
Music connection, you know.
Yeah, I have so many things I want to do. I want to act. I want to produce films, short films.
Nice.
I want to direct my music videos. I want to direct my friends' music videos.
Would you ever write music for other people?
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah.
Have I? Well,
On the to-do list.
kind of. I have dibbled, but I want to definitely do more. What else, Valerie? What else? I just want to continue being a bad bitch, live being authentically me, and not do it for anybody, not get
That's
influenced
the
by
ultimate
anything.
goal.
Yeah. I want to be rich. I don't care how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, okay, no, my mother.
Not by any means.
Yeah.
Not by any means.
Not
No.
by any
No,
means.
no, any.
Legal and dignified.
Yes.
Let's say that.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, the rest.
But I feel like people need to feel more comfortable saying that, saying, I want to be rich. And I don't know why people have this stigma around money. Money's a
Not
blessing. And I feel like if you're good at whatever you do, money will find you.
Absolutely.
It doesn't mean you have to hunt money by any means possible. I'm not saying that lifestyle.
You need to put it out there. Otherwise,
Yeah,
you know,
you'll
you're
never have
you're limiting your potential.
Absolutely. I want to attract money.
No, this will do.
No.
You need to say, put your goals out there.
Yeah.
And then,
'Cause if you aim
your,
for the-
your mind will
exactly.
expand to what you're capable of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I have a list of goals, you know, God knows them, I know them, my team knows them. So I'm just praying I can finish the degree, complete all those other goals, and just live life to the fullest.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. You're not limiting yourself.
Yeah,
You've got like 10
absolutely.
different career paths there.
Yeah.
Love it. And you can do it all.
Plan A fails, I got plan Z.
And it won't fail. It won't fail.
Thank you.
Like,
And-
go
yeah,
on.
go on.
No, sorry,
That's all right, go on.
I've gone now. The thought's gone.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
That's all right. Go on.
No, I've really genuinely forgotten what I was going
All
to
right.
say.
No, I was
So
gonna-
it's fine.
I was going to round up then.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Valerie,
Mhm.
thank you for the music,
Thank you.
for the beautiful music and
Yes.
the beautiful soul and positivity that you have.
Wait, what's the name of your new EP?
Well, it's gonna be called Vision 2020
Ooh.
because I lived all the experience. Most of the experiences were from 2020, so like Vision 2020, but also having perfect vision, Vision
Yes.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
See what I did there?
Love it.
Yeah, so book me so I can. Because hey, being an independent artist is not hard. It's not easy. And
We
it's
want
not
to see
cheap.
this girl perform.
Yeah.
More. Come on.
Yeah, looking at
Beautiful
you, Mama
music.
Rocks, maybe we need to do an event and I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
help.
Yes.
For sure.
I'm such a
Definitely.
businesswoman. I'm just
Yeah,
like
we have to be.
finessing a gig. But thank you guys for having me. Thank you for thank you for Mama Rocks Burgers. Let me start with that.
Thank you.
What's your favorite burger, Valerie?
Oh, well, I'm a chicken girl, so I do know the fella Superfly.
I'm loving this t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm my super fly.
Yes, you are.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and just like what it is for the culture. As I said, we've grown even in Alchemist. We've grown with Mama Rocks, and now it's grown to Can. It's grown to, and I love to see it, and I pray it grows even further.
We'll follow you
Yeah.
when you go to like across the pond.
Forever we go.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
me and I. What a space for you too. So thank you for having me. I'm so
thank
glad.
you. It's been a
been
pleasure.
awesome.
speaking
Yeah,
with you.
it's an honor.
And I hope we've inspired people to, live their dreams and to
Yeah,
follow their passions. If
absolutely.
it's music, do music.
Mhm.
Do you
Mhm.
and do music. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty
Alright.
then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Ciao.
Follow me.
Yeah.
Stream